Hey guys, Mike Almeida here, and I have a very simple question I want to ask you today. Are you winning the battle against fear? Now, I have an awesome quote from Nelson Mandela that I'd like to share with you and have you think about for a few seconds. Nelson Mandela said this: I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. What a powerful statement he makes in these two sentences. If you think about it, have you ever been faced with a difficult decision where if you were successful, the amount of great opportunities that would follow would be innumerable, but if you failed, it would be catastrophic and it just would not allow you to move forward? If you answered yes, then congratulations, you are in the majority. What tends to happen is when we are approached with a problem that has either a great resolution or a great destruction, fear is typically knocking at the door. And all I know is that the best success book ever written says not to walk by fear, but walk by faith. I'll take you back to a story. When I was in the military and I was going through airborne school, it took several weeks to train up until the final training moment where the next step would be to put on a parachute, get in a C-130, fly in the air, and then we wouldn't land with the airplane but jump out. And I just remember those 5 minutes before getting to the door where there's a whole bunch of instructions where we're sitting down. They give us instructions to get up, to hook up, to test, to say we're okay and start shuffling. And then I remember my heart not beating through my chest. I could feel it in my ears and I could feel it in my face, and all the blood and all the adrenaline is rushing. And all I'm doing is staring at the red light that's at the front of the door. And then I see the jump master swing open the door, put his head out, and just see all the wind. And I was staring at that light, and then all of a sudden it turns green. And the line to the door starts moving. And I'm shuffling, and I'm shuffling, and I'm shuffling. And before I could even think about it, I'm out the door. And I'm counting 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, hoping that my parachute would open up. And before I got to 4,000, it opened up. And I opened my eyes and I looked down. And it was just an incredible view to be floating in the sky with this huge canopy above me and just seeing that, hey, I'm alive. My parachute worked. And I'm headed to the ground. And I'll never forget the moment when I landed my first parachute jump. I took a deep breath, and I said, man, that was not that bad. And I was so excited. I said, I want to go do it again. And it was just amazing to me how 5 minutes prior, my heart is beating through my ears and my chest, and I am scared of what's about to happen. And then in that moment, when I landed, the fear left. I made a decision, and I wound up doing something that I greatly loved doing and I would continue to do during my time in the military. So what you have to understand is, in every situation, the most important thing that you have to do is, if you make a mistake, it doesn't work, you can embrace failure. And once you embrace failure, or you embrace the concept of failure, it's going to break that group of fear in your life. And so, to make it very simple, here's what I recommend that you do. Get a piece of paper and write down what it is that you have to make a decision on. On the left side of the paper, I want you to write down all of the possible outcomes that are positive. What are the benefits of executing this idea, this task, this challenge? What are the ultimate benefits that you can see from this going very smoothly? And on the other side of the paper, I want you to write down all the lessons that you will learn if there's a failure. And I want you to study those two things and just really focus and say, okay, here it is, here it is. And then once you've fully exhausted every single opportunity, all my chances for greatness, all my lessons learned from failure, once you know that you have those down, guess what? You have all the possibilities there. Go for it. Do what it is that you set out to do, because you know what the expectations are. There are no surprises, and there's no reason to fear because you know what to expect. I hope that story gives you some encouragement and gives you some excitement to go and conquer that challenge that you have. And what I want to do is hear your feedback about how you conquered the battle against fear. Thanks for joining us at F3 Performance Group. We'll see you soon. Take care.